was hoping you'd come. You did so much for my Feynriel already, but... I visited him among the people, but he turned me away. I know the demons still plague him. And now they've taken him. 2 days ago, Feynriel went into a nightmare and hasn't returned.
A nightmare?
He can't be woken up?
The Keeper says he is near death. His lips still fog a mirror, but that is all.
Has anyone gone after him?
Surely there are mages who can pursue him in the Fade.
I have contacted Keeper Marathari. The Dalish have an ancient ritual that might help, but it requires someone Feynriel trusts to enter the Fade to free him.
And he does trust me.
This is hardly my area of expertise, but is there anything I can do?
Marathari is coming to perform the ritual that will bring Feynriel back. His childhood things here will help anchor him.
Perhaps this is something best left to the Circle.
The Keeper will delve into the ancient magics to protect this half-breed. She wouldn't do so for me.
That's not a nice thing to say, Meryl.
We need to begin the ritual as quickly as possible. Would you like to stay here or return when she arrives?
I'll come back later.
I've got a few things to finish first.
Yes, I suggest you settle your affairs. Once you are in the Fade, the only way to emerge is with my son.
Meryl, shut up. Feynriel is not some half-breed. He's a person, just like you. Elves get dumped on. That doesn't give you the right to dump on a human that was born of elves. So don't say crap like that. And now we can't leave this to the Circle. I promise to go along Feynriel's wishes, not to follow that route.
Thank the creators you came back in time. Marathari's here.
I came quickly, Ariane. I did not wish to tell you by letter how grave your son's situation is. The magic he possesses makes him what the Tevinters called Somniari, a dreamer. Dreamers have the power to control the beyond, what humans call the Fade. Feynriel is the first in 2 ages to survive.
That doesn't sound good.
Why are they so rare?
Dreamers have great power in the Fade. They attract demons. Luckily, most prove too frail of mind to survive a demon's possession. A dreamer abomination would be near unstoppable.
That's not good.
What can a dreamer do?
Dreamers are unique for their ability to enter the Fade at will, without the aid of lyrium. In the Fade, they can shape dreams, and even affect the world beyond the veil. Tevinter Somniari used to enter the minds of sleepers and slay them in their dreams.
That's not nice.
Is there a difference between the Beyond and the Fade?
They are the same. By either name, the Fade is the realm of spirits, Thedas' heart, while the mortal realm is its strong arm. The demons who live there covet the bodies of mortals and seek to possess them. Only mages ever touch the Fade in a waking state. Others see it in dreams.
What exactly are we going to do here?
The elves of the Dales were experts in the Somniari arts. They could even help those with no power enter the Fade. I have done my best to recreate the ritual. We will use Feynriel's childhood home as a focus to draw him back through the veil.
Just send me into the Fade.
I told you her courage was legendary.
Now, Ariane, please excuse us. We must prepare.
Oh, of course.
There is more, I must tell you, that is not for her ears.
Is Feynriel in danger?
Indeed. And the danger may not come from what you think. Feynriel cannot become an abomination. The destruction he would cause is unimaginable. If you cannot save him from the demons, you must kill him yourself. A death in the Fade will make him what your circle calls. He will be no threat after.
That's Feynriel's greatest fear. I won't be the one to make it come true.
I have no choice but to leave it in your hands. Now, gather a team, and we will begin. Choose carefully, for all will face temptation.
I worry what a journey to the Fade might bring out in me.
Can I come? I'd love to see the ritual. And I promise I won't be a bother.
I can't imagine what aid I could offer in a realm of dreams and magic.
Let us begin.
You're not coming, Meryl. You have enough temptations. Same thing with Isabella. Fenris, you have too much rage. Varric, you're too worldly. He won't go. Maybe Aveline now. Anders, you have justice. I'm not taking Meryl. She's under enough temptation as it is. There's too much rage in Fenris. There's too much avarice and lust in Isabella. Varric, you're too worldly. Evidently Sebastian won't go, probably because of his faith. Aveline. Not Meryl. Not Fenris. Not Isabella. It's obvious why I wouldn't include them. And Varric is too worldly. He'd be out of his depth dealing with a spirit like this. Aveline. What could they do with Aveline? Guilt. Envy. Guilt. Sloth. Malcolm. I remember speaking with Malcolm and Bethany about this. Of course. One of Sloth's manifestations is envy, if I'm not mistaken. And one of envy's perversions is that of guilt. The death of Wesley. No. Even if she could withstand it, I can't be sure. Same thing with Varric. I think she is the safest person of all of them. If I were to take someone else besides Anders, it would be her. And if I couldn't take Anders, I'd take her in her place. Something tells me that she's just a better choice than Varric, but still no. But Anders has something none of them do. Anders has justice. A spirit that lives in the Fade. So I'll take Anders because of justice. Maybe this will help temper him too.
I had not thought to return in such a
Yep.
way. It is good to feel the breath of the Fade again, not the empty air of your world.
You look different.
I am Justice. Anders has told you of me. Come. I sense Feynriel's mind straining. We will not have much time.
Alright. Okay. Everybody come here. Maybe if I let Anders get one of these skill points, he will be more Anders, I value your friendship tremendously. So in the future, please listen to me. Okay? Temper yourself. I'm giving you a gift to show you that I value you as a friend. Okay? I value you. I want to work with you. I want to be your friend. There are things you do that concern me. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to give you power to improve yourself, but also to show that I sympathize with the plight of the mages. I just feel that you need to be empathetic towards other people's concerns and suffering, such as with Fenris. And no, I don't agree with him on all mages. How could I with Bethany? But you need to learn to be more tolerant of different views, and there needs to be a balance. You look too positively on the Tevinter Imperium. I'm hoping that by doing this, I show that I'm your friend, and that I can get you to mediate and moderate some of your decisions and choices. There we go. And again, let's develop and nourish this gift of magic that you have.
Well, it's rare to see two forgotten magics in one day. It's usually a slow place, the Fade.
Sloth.
Not many surprises. I wasn't sure I'd like this one, but it has potential. The demon of sloth. It exists to make men forget their purpose and their pride. Do not relax around it. Call me Torpor. I have a proposition that might interest you.
I don't work with demons, and I'm not going to antagonize justice.
I will not give in to temptation, fiend.
Have it your way.
Doggy? That's not good. Let's make sure that we've got everything. Stand back, Anders, and I'm going to teach you something. That time, I didn't give you the points, and it's not just to make myself stronger. It's because it was a compromise. We need to learn to compromise with others to get ahead. I think Fenris kind of realizes that in some ways. I think everyone to the party to an extent realizes it. I think Meryl needs to learn it, but I believe that she can. Of all the people that I have, you're the one that I fear the most in terms of learning the necessity of compromise. I gave you 2 points, and I took 2 points. You didn't get all 4, and I didn't get all 4. We didn't even do a 3-to-1. Sometimes you gotta go halfway. I don't know if that makes sense. We can have regulation of mages, but have them have relative freedom. We can bring them as citizens that have both responsibilities and duties, but also rights and liberties. And when you speak of natural rights, you're kind of getting at that. Even though I don't believe they actually ever exist, it is good for people to behave as if they do. But there's 2 sides of that discussion. Because your rights end where mine begin and vice versa. And right now the Chantry is not respectful of mage rights. But you need to be respectful of people's concerns about mages. And mages also need to appreciate they can impact other people. Interesting room.
That's it, Feynriel. Hard on the downstroke, then lift. Good. I'll have you scribing all my letters soon. If I'd known you were such a brave lad, I'd have brought you into the business years ago.
Does that mean I can come with you to Antida, Father? Mother said maybe this summer. Right, Mother?
Your father never wanted anything to do with you. don't trust him.
Why are you lying to me?
Don't listen, son. She's always been ashamed
False.
of you.
Not at all true.
She wanted you gone, so she could go back to the dailies.
No.
I'm the one who loves you.
Then why isn't she there?
But why can't I remember you?
It's not your father, Feynriel. You're trapped in the Fade by a demon.
A demon? No. No, I want this.
Then remember this is who took away them.
Only thing you ever wanted.
Desire.
You turned him against me.
Oops.
Complete accident. I was trying to help, honest.
You have cost me a dreamer, but at least you will provide me a death.
We'll see about this, won't we? And I'm the one that can take the damage.
You want to fight? Try me!
Yep.
I don't have much left in me.
Okay. Try this. Okay. That didn't do anywhere near as much damage as it may have cost. This will do it. Okay. So maybe one thing is, instead of doing a harrowing, having people who patrol the Fade, or if you do the harrowing, don't have it end the way it does. Have people who patrol the Fade help guide them, instead of killing or tranquilizing them.
Demons, they seek the dream of power.
Alright. Well, we know what isn't going to work against this guy. Oh, I wonder. Oh, yeah.
I'll deal with this.
There we go. Thank you, trusty Cedric, for working with Anders and myself. It's challenging enough for the casual observer to tell the difference between the Fade and the creatures that live within it, let alone between one type of spirit and another. In truth, there is little that distinguishes them, even for the most astute mages. Since spirits are not physical entities and are therefore not restricted to recognizable forms or even having a form at all, one can never tell for certain what is alive and what is merely part of the scenery. It is therefore advisable for the inexperienced researcher to greet all objects he encounters. Interesting. Typically, we misuse the term spirit to refer only to the benign, or at least less malevolent creatures of the Fade, but in truth all the denizens of the realm beyond the veil are spirits. As the Chant of Light notes, everything within the Fade is a mimicry of our world. A poor imitation, for the spirits do not remotely understand what they are copying. It is no surprise that much of the Fade appears like a manuscript translated from Tevinter into Orlesian and back again by drunken initiates. I would say it's even more incoherent than that. You're being charitable. In general, spirits are not complex, or rather they are not complex as we understand such things. Each one seizes upon a single facet of human experience: rage, hunger, compassion, hope, etc. This one idea becomes their identity. We classify as demons those spirits who identify themselves with darker human emotions and ideas. The most common and weakest form of demon one encounters in the Fade is the rage demon. They are much like perpetually boiling kettles, for they exist only to vent hatred, but rarely have an object to hate. Somewhat above these are the hunger demons, who do little but eat or attempt to eat everything they encounter, including other demons. This is rarely successful, I bet. Then there are the sloth demons. These are the first intelligent creatures one typically finds in the Fade. They are dangerous only on those rare occasions that they can be induced to get up and do harm. Desire demons are more clever and far more powerful, using all forms of bribery to induce mortals into their realms. Wealth, love, vengeance, whatever lies closest to your heart. The most powerful demons yet encountered are the pride demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons, by Enchanter Mirdromel. That makes sense. Let's go. Very well. Okay.
My people, I present to you our hope. His features may mark him as human, but in his heart beats the blood of the Dales. He came to us to learn his heritage, to release the power from a lineage as ancient as our race.
I don't know what to say.
She's a demon.
That's not the Keeper, Feynriel. Demons can take on other forms.
He lies. The first enchanter is a pawn of the Templars.
No. Silence, demon!
Good boy.
Weren't you... Keeper Marithari warned me of this.
Smart boy.
You're not the Keeper.
Wise boy.
Mother's people have no circle, but they don't consort with demons.
Good job, kid. Good for you.
You? Why did you interfere?
Show yourself, pride demon. Show yourself. Come on. Yeah, that's what I want to see.
With my power joined to his, Feynriel would have changed the world.
The boy only wants his freedom, not your power.
You took my dreamer. Now you'll take his place.
Predictable. Well, let's get to it. Well, that's not a very nice thing to do. Okay, this can't be that easy.
I'm losing my focus. I don't think I have more do you want.
Okay. Wow, that actually went really well. Let me explain what it is to face a pride demon, my friends. You may scoff and say that our talents exist only to face mages, but you will encounter demons often. They will be summoned by a Maleficar and bound to do his bidding, and while at times they will be forced into the possession of a host, they will also face you in their true form. A powerful opponent indeed. Do not underestimate it. Pride is powerful and intelligent. When we have encountered one in its true form, its most common attacks are bolts of fire and ice. Fire they will use to burn an opponent, and the magical flame will combust anything you wear, regardless of make. Ice they will use to freeze an opponent in place. Be cautious, for they enjoy employing this against warriors in particular. More than one group of Templars has made the mistake of attempting to overwhelm a pride demon and suffer the consequences, believe me. And if you think that having the aid of other mages will assist you, you are wrong. Pride demons can render themselves immune to magic for short times, and are adept at dispelling magic that is cast upon you. As much we Templars are able to disrupt spells. Think on that for a moment, my friends. Be wary of how prideful you become, lest you find too much in common with such a fiend. Transcript of a lecture given by Varen, Templar Commander of Tantervale, 686 Steel. Often portrayed as stoic and grim, the Order of Templars was created as the martial arm of the Chantry, armed with the ability to dispel and resist magic in addition. We've read this. Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all the Fade is in constant flux. There's no sense in mapping it. That's impossible. It's an idiocy, act of idiocy. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex, even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium. Mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can. And as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflection in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. From Tranquility on the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by First Enchanter Josephus. Tyroni's blood. Even those who consider this folly do not utter these names. Tyroni's prophecies. The fell Grimoire holds the name of power. It holds the key of their summoning. Zeb and Kek will return. He will feast on the blood of 1,000 of my enemies. It is inevitable. Okay.
I can't spend another moment in this place. The screaming. Everywhere, all I hear are the nightmares of people dying, fleeing, gnawing their own arms off to escape. This is a world of monsters. And they all want me. Please, help me escape. Help me die.
You're not gonna die.
If I kill you here, I only destroy your mind. You will become a tranquil.
I was afraid of that for so long. I can't even remember why. To live. To sleep without dreaming. To never hear a demon's whisper. It is a blessing as great as standing at the Maker's side. Do it. Put the knife in my heart.
I'm not gonna kill you.
You can master this talent, Feynriel. You don't have to let it destroy you.
The Dalish do not have what I need.
Maybe Tevinter does.
Perhaps Tevinter. If these powers can be trained, it would be there.
Yes.
I can do this.
Yes, you can. Good kid. Good boy. Good job. Good job.
Feynriel has mastered his powers.
Yep.
Then he lives. You saved him. I cannot thank you enough. Keeper Marathari, may I return with you to the Sunderlands? I would like to ask for my son's forgiveness.
Of course. It was you who chose to stay away.
Feynriel is leaving.
He must go elsewhere to train. There is no one in Kirkwall to help him. He asked me to say goodbye.
My son? No. I must find him before he goes.
It is wise for him to seek guidance. Kirkwall cannot provide what he needs. I truly did not think what you did was possible. You are a rare human indeed. This book belonged to the last dreamer of our tribe. It has a rare magic beyond price. Please, accept it with my gratitude.
Thank you. Let's just see if Meryl has anything to say.
By the dread wolf! Why is my house always such a mess when people are here? It's clean sometimes, I swear.
I trust you. So here's what we're going to do. Anders, thank you. I appreciate what you did. Sure. Okay. Try it.
Avert your eyes, witch.
You said I was dwelling on
Oh,
useless
come on.
history. But what are you doing? The past is important to you and to all of us. We must know it to move forward.
You had a life. You had a family. And you abandoned them to chase after ghosts. We are nothing alike. Don't even begin to think that we are.
Don't go after her like that. Fenris, it's not going to help with her. There are issues with her concerning with demons, but the approach that you're taking is not going to be helpful. It's not going to be helpful at all.
Grace has them fooled, but I know she's still plotting to get out of here
It's even
as
worse
soon
here
as she
than I
can.
thought. Decimus was right. We should have died before submitting.
You lied to me, but we called these apostates anyway.
Make her guide you, Hawk.
Just want to get his feeling one last time.
Everyone seems concerned about the Qunari. What's the Templar stance?
They are heathens. They will stop at
this is
nothing
right.
less than the eradication of the Chantry. But we can't know the immediate goals of the Qunari in Kirkwall. Should it come to open conflict, we are the largest army in the city. We will be the ones to lead its defense.
Goodbye.
I was just leaving.
Make her watch over you.
That isn't productive, Cullen.
The Knight Commander found Grace and the other Starkhaven mages.
Unfortunately.
They're still in
Can't
quarantine.
keep delirium on the docks. Maybe dump it in the sea?
Well, fine. Sold it. Let me see something. Alright. How are you guys doing?
I hear the Qunari are kidnapping mages and doing peculiar
No.
things to them. Mark my words.
Knight Commander doesn't make it easy.
Fair enough.
It is a great honor to serve the Order and the Knight Commander.
Yeah, tell her that so she doesn't come after you. I wonder what it'll be like when I finally meet her. Not that I necessarily am looking forward to it.
Welcome back to Souls, my friend.
Thank you. Let me check something about myself. I think I'll get Sebastian something. No. Let's wait for the moment. Yeah, I think I will. Go to the Hawk Estate.
You've returned. No hacks, no disasters, no out of control enchantments. It's a good day.
How are you, Arana?
I hope all is well, mistress.
It's fine. She's not a slave. It's okay.
Make us breath.
She's not a slave.
You luck. The shiny?
Yes, I do. No, we can wait on it. Take you for the moment.
It's been very exciting working with Hawk.
Are you for real?
It seems like she's involved every time something goes wrong in Kirkwall. I've never had so many opportunities to help people.
All right. I thought I was getting tired of Moody. I take it back. You're making my teeth ache.
So that's what gets under Varric's skin.
Hello, Emmerich. Aveline says you need my help again.
I've spent the past few years continuing my investigation into the murders of Ninette, Marin, and the other women. I believe I finally have a suspect. A man called Gascard Dupuis.
Why do you need me?
Is this man in hiding? Am I to find him for you?
No, I know where Dupuis is. I just can't get to him. When I became convinced of his guilt, I went to the city guard and demanded that they do something. The guards raided his mansion and found nothing. They were forced to apologize, and I was reprimanded. Meredith forbade me from continuing my investigation, but she didn't say I couldn't seek outside help.
Were you the only person investigating these murders?
Yes, unfortunately. The Templar Order believes this is a matter for the City Guard. And the City Guard, well, they rejected my evidence and dismissed the murders as isolated incidents. They don't care either. Women are dying out there, and no one's doing anything.
I retrieved a sack of human remains for you. Didn't you show it to the guard?
I did. They said the remains could have been gathered together by scavengers looking for bits of gold.
Maybe,
and
but I
jewelry.
doubt it. That's lame.
They said there was no way to tell if the remains even belonged to the missing women.
Okay.
I had no choice but to continue the investigation on my own.
I see some of the point there.
What have you learned about
Stop
Gascard
gabbling about
Dupuis?
this.
He's a reclusive nobleman who's rarely seen outside his estate in Hightown. He knew 2 of the murdered women and made inquiries about the others. It cannot be a coincidence.
Maybe you're right.
It should be investigated at least.
Thank you. I faced nothing but ridicule. To hear someone say that is encouraging.
What do you need me to do?
I knew I could count on you. You'll need to go to Gascard Dupuis' estate after nightfall. Please figure out what Dupuis is hiding. If he's innocent, find evidence to prove me wrong. It's just that simple.
Wait a second. This is a murder investigation. There's someone I should take. The police. Varric. Take Sebastian as well.
You know the Tethras family businesses are registered in your cousin Elman's name.
You don't say.
But I can't find any record of you having a cousin Elmond.
I'll introduce you sometime. He's a little on the shy side.
Varric, he's imaginary.
Yes.
Which makes him a much better head of the household than I am. He never misses the Merchants Guild meetings for one.
Hello, Emmerich. Aveline says you need my help again.
I've spent the past few years continuing my investigation into the murders of Nanette, Marin, and the other women. I believe I finally have a suspect. A man called Gascard Dupuis.
Dupuis? That's a funny name.
It's Olesian. I believe he is descended from nobility. When I became convinced of his guilt, I went to the city guard and demanded that they do something.
My men raided that house. There was nothing, and I've heard no end because of it. You were reprimanded, I hope?
Meredith forbade me from continuing my investigation. But she didn't say I couldn't seek outside help.
Were you the only person investigating these murders?
Yes, unfortunately. The Templar Order believes this is a matter for the City Guard. And the City Guard, well, they rejected my evidence and dismissed the murders as isolated incidents. They don't care either.
I've seen your evidence. Scattered notes, conjecture, nothing remotely usable. You can't expect us to act on your hunches alone. Look what happened when we did.
The guards who searched Gascard's place were incompetent. They didn't know what they were looking for.
Fine, if you insist.
Incompetence and ignorance are not the same thing. If you don't know what you're looking for, that doesn't necessarily make you incompetent. You just don't know what you're supposed to look for. If they knew what they were looking for and they found it, then they would be competent. If they didn't find it and they knew what they're looking for, then they could be incompetent. You need to be more careful about that, Emmerich.
I retrieved a sack of human remains for you. Didn't you show it to the guard?
I did. They said the remains could have been gathered together by scavengers looking for bits of gold and jewelry. They said there was no way to tell if the remains even belonged to the missing women.
I'm sorry, Emmerich, but that's the truth of it.
Maybe those bones don't belong to those women, and perhaps they belong to some other woman. But to be perfectly honest, the gathering up for the jury, I don't know about that. The scavenger thing does kind of a little fishy. It does happen, but in the way I found them...
What have you learned about Gascard Dupuis?
He's a reclusive nobleman who's rarely seen outside his estate in Hightown. He knew 2 of the murdered women and made inquiries about the others. It cannot be a coincidence.
Maybe you're right.
It should be investigated at least.
Thank you. I faced nothing but ridicule. To hear someone say that is encouraging.
What do you need me to do?
I knew I could count on you. You'll need to go to Gascard Dupuis' estate after nightfall. Please figure out what Dupuis is hiding. If he's innocent, find evidence to prove me wrong. It's just that simple.
All right.
You've returned. No attacks, no disasters, no out of control enchantments.
Indeed, it certainly sounds like it.
try something else.
You know, I think it's a really fine killer.
Looks like we're in the right place.
Let me see something. Health got kind of hurt. Health got hurt there for a couple. For Sebastian and Gascard, thank you kindly for your last shipment. It arrived in almost perfect condition. The requested payment is on its way. Please use the artifact with care. The creatures can be difficult to control. Yeah, we noticed. Even for an experienced mage. Yeah, controlling demons, not a good idea. A pleasure doing business, your friend.
Gascard likes ancient artifacts. Just like me.
Yeah, except those ancient artifacts are associated with demons, which is not a good thing. And again, you deal with demons too. Let's go make him run. Guys. You know, Fenris. There.
Another fault.
I'm trusted, forgive me!
Oh. Really? Okay. Reply from Starkhaven. Monsieur Dupuis, this is in regards to your inquiry into missing mages. I would like to remind you that the duty of seeking out missing mages, if there were any to begin with, would fall to the Templars of Starkhaven, not a minor nobleman from Kirkwall. I would also like to take this opportunity to remind you that the Circle of Magi as a whole does not welcome casual inquiries about the mages in its care. Thank you. First Enchanter Radek.
Where's Starkhaven?
Talk to Sebastian. He could tell you. Given that he's supposed to be its ruler now. He's the Prince of Starkhaven.
I think these have been used in blood magic.
Thanks, Meryl. Okay. Just one thing we need to check. Nothing there. Meredith's apology. Messire Dupuis, please accept my humble apologies for recent events. The Templar Emmerich has been reprimanded for his wrongful accusations and for arousing suspicions within the city guard that led to the raid on your estate. I will see that he is restrained in the future. Sincerely yours, Knight Commander Meredith.
Clever. He stopped Emmerich from investigating by getting Meredith on his side.
In a moment, I'll be there. I'm going to check something else.
Women's clothing. Perhaps they were taken off the murdered women.
Those clothes are so fine. They must be very valuable.
Help me, please! He's gone mad!
You're not him. Shit, I know what this looks like, but I didn't hurt her.
Let her go, and we can talk.
If I let her go, you'll kill me. I don't know why you're here, but there's a killer out there, and I think he's playing us both. Just let me explain.
You don't have to be afraid. I'll hear what you have to say.
Several years ago, my sister was murdered. The bastard's now in Kirkwall, killing again. The same way he killed my sister. It starts with a bouquet of white lilies. He sends them to each new victim. Alessa was going to be next. I took her, so he'd have to come to me. I was finally going to face my sister's killer, but then you showed up.
He's lying! He hurt me!
I've explained this. I need your blood to track you down. If he took you, it was for your protection.
Let go of me!
She'll go straight to the city guard. They'll ruin everything.
Who killed your sister?
A powerful and experienced blood mage. I believe he uses the women for some ritual. His victims are attractive, healthy women with few social ties.
I could report you to the Templars for blood magic.
Yes, I've used blood magic and lyrium to augment my powers. I'm not proud of what I've done, but I had to. He took my sister from me.
Can't you just tell the city guard what you told me?
Why? I don't want him arrested. This isn't about justice. I need to be the one to bleed him dry.
That's more than a bit creepy, you know?
Besides, they probably wouldn't even hear me out.
Emmerich was certain you were the killer.
Of course he was. But I was trying to find the killer just like him. Our paths crossed and he just assumed I was the murderer.
He'll want to know what happened here.
Tell him whatever you like. I'll be long gone by then.
I can help you track down your sister's killer.
No, I can manage on my own.
No, you can't.
I'm headed to Darktown. If you learn anything new about the killer, find me there. I have a score to settle with him.
I hope. I hope that was the right choice. I hope that was the right choice. The thing is, Dupuis... I didn't find anything that specifically labeled him as the killer. He didn't have the materials that would... He had materials that would indicate he's investigating, not that he's killing. Don't appreciate him using blood magic to summon with the demons and the like there, as his guardians that I had to kill and destroy. That was not comfortable or fun or pleasant. A couple of my guys almost died fighting there. Fenris became very weak, dangerously weak. At one point, Sebastian was hurt. At another point, Meryl was hurt. It was not a good situation at all. They were both hurt, and he became dangerously weak. So his approach to coming at this issue with blood magic, I don't think was the wisest choice he could have made. But I don't think he's the killer, and he could maybe be a useful ally. Maybe I could even get him to work with Emmerich. If Emmerich and him work together, that could be a powerful combination to assist us. I have always talked about how mages and Templars should work together as a team to regulate things. Maybe if I talk to Emmerich, he'll be willing to work with this Gascard Dupuis. And that could set forth a model of mages and Templars working together to police things.
Aren't you Hawk? Emmerich left not long ago. He said you'd arranged to meet tonight.
Are you sure?
Perhaps you're mistaken. I am not mistaken. You sent him a message a half hour ago. Look. I didn't send this. You didn't? Strange. Well, I don't know. Emmerich's been acting strangely for months. It's probably just a misunderstanding. Have you found Emmerich yet?
Not yet. Find him in an alleyway. Since I looked at home. That's another thing.
here is cold, hard.
Is that all you...
No, no, no.
You've assembled quite a team.
We'll see. Alright.
Oblige sent that thing here to kill him. Why would anyone... Oh, Maker. The murders. Emmerich was right. He was getting too close. He suspected a man named Gascard Dupuis. Did he do this?
Dupuis is a blood mage. He had rage demons and shades. He had a rage demon and shades in his apartment to defend it. Attack me. However, one of the notes I read had him inquiring into missing mages. And them being very defensive about that. Which means that he's investigating these mages, which correlates with this story, because the thing I read said, hey, Starkhaven, is there these mages going around? I'm interested in certain mages. Don't talk to us about it. So he's investigating. Because of that letter, I think that's evidence that corroborates the story. So I don't think he did it. It's kind of hard at first for me to get it figured out, but that letter is very important. That's one of the reasons why I went along with him. So I would say... I don't think he's guilty because of that letter.
Gascard was only a small piece of the puzzle. I think he's innocent. He should have believed Emmerich. I thought he was just trying for one last shot at glory. Whoever did this is a dangerous apostate that Meredith will want found. I will see to it personally. Thank you for your help in this matter. If you learn anything more, please come to me.
Okay. Sorry, Emmerich. I was hoping that you and Dupuis could work together and kind of prove my proof of concept of mages and Templars working together. I want to transfer threat to him. He gets under too much injury. I'd like something that made him a bit more robust. He's very offensive oriented, but he's brittle. I wonder. That increases his critical chance. That's what we want. Let's wait for the time being. Yeah. You know what? I might also teach him to defuse traps as well. That's all taken care of. Yeah, let's do it. That's very, very exceptional. It's very powerful. And that is a strategically wise choice. That's good. Two, 3, 4, 5. Those are the 5 that I really want. For right now, Let's beef her up. Yeah, why not? Just make sure that I got this area cleared out too. Hawk Estate.
You've had luck on your travels? And yet, a rod for you.
Thank
it's
you.
on the desk. That's where I'll put messages which come while you're out.
Thank you. Let's see about selling some stuff too. Being immune to stun is nice.